About 500 youths in 12 schools in the Federal Capital Territory have gained entrepreneurial skills at the just concluded 2025 National Diaspora Day Celebrations Youth Summit. Still basking in the euphoria of the National Diaspora Day celebrations, the Home String segment, dedicated to the second and third generation of Nigerians in diaspora, featured 4 prosperous young Nigerian diasporas who spoke on their contributions and impact in the host countries and country of origin. A keynote address by Engineer Alfred, GMD, ACO, sets the stage on fire, describing them as the next generation of thinkers, builders, creators, and changemakers. It is simply unmissable. Still on this menu is the grand finale, the raffle draw segment. Not less than 10 laptops were won by the youthful participants at the summit. All these curated and packaged for you. And of course, do not forget our complimentary segment of health tips by Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas, AMPA, and our diaspora of the moment. This is your favorite show, The Diaspora. I am Khadija Bomali, your uncle. Please stay. Welcome back. Now, hard work, dedication, and passion in whatever profession or vocation you have chosen pays. That was the message of the NITCOM chairman, CEO, Honorable Abike Dabiru Erewa, to the youths.
As a journalist at NTA, I did my job very well and I'm proud of my job. So I was nominated to Harvard University as a reporter. That program was called Leaders in a Developing Economy, and the role that everybody could play. Reporter, NTA News, to go to Harvard, nominated by now Bishop Cooker. He was Reverend Father Cooker then. And for you to be nominated, there's a criteria that they look through, or there are criteria that they look through. So I'm like, Harvard. And when I looked at the program, it was for prime ministers. I was a reporter. I'm like, but I was excited. I have to go. But for you to go, number one, you needed $10,000. And then you had to get your ticket. But I didn't want to miss it. So I went to another ACO event. Then I knocked on his door. And Mr. Koigu, I showed him the letter. I've been nominated to go to a program at Harvard. And he said, really? Wow. I'll sponsor you. And today, I'm a proud product of Harvard University, Kennedy School of Government, Leaders in the Developing Economy. And that propelled me to actually join politics. What are the messages I'm leaving you? Hard work pays. Again, conduct yourself with dignity, respect, poise, and charisma. Believe in yourself. All of you youth, please stand up and let's do this together. Okay, so good. I know I can.
I know I can
Be what I wanna be. Be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it,
I'll be what I wanna be.
I'll be what I wanna be.
I know I can.
I know I can.
Be what I wanna be.
Be what I wanna be.
If I work hard at it,
If I work hard at it,
I'll be what I wanna be.
I'll be what I wanna be. So you all be what you wanna be and achieve everything in life. And when we see you in a few years' time, you go to Mr. Kogu, you come to us and say, you know what? I'm what I want to be. I am. Who knows? And you are. You want to be?
Yes. I'm what I want to be. I want to be artificial intelligence engineer.
You see why he's here? Artificial intelligence guru, are you?
Aeronautic engineer.
Thank you very much and God bless you all. Thank you.
What an interesting moment to listen to these 4 amazing youths doing great things both in the diaspora and at home as they speak on their strives and drives. Take a listen.
Welcome to the Home String segment. I warmly welcome the second and third generation of Nigerians in the diaspora as well as all the young diaspora to our 2025 national celebrations of Diaspora Day. Today we specifically want to highlight the immense potential of the young members of the diaspora as a powerful means of resource for national development.
I am the first woman to solo drive from London to Lagos. Yes, I did it by myself in a tiny car that everyone said I couldn't use. But I'm a believer of making use of the tools you have in your hand right now. I drove across 17 different countries, 14 of them being African countries. It took 74 days and was over 10,000 kilometers of unpredictable terrains. But let me be clear, this story wasn't about driving, it was about courage.
There's a fundamental thesis that we plan to affect here in Motherland Hub. And that is to always remember, we are not a minority, we are a diaspora. Now I want you all to take that in. We are not a minority, we are a diaspora. Because it is dangerously easy to slip into that mindset, or even worse, that identity, when you are physically and culturally isolated from your base. Just look around you. You're not a minority. We are the majority in the rooms of triumph. When you have a majority mindset, you will never walk alone. As I leave the floor, and that is why we have the Nigerian Diaspora Commission. That is why we have National Diaspora Day. As I leave the floor for my colleague Aramide Sonwo-Olu, I would like to end with this saying for everyone. Let us imagine that we know what 2050 looks like, and let us use that vision to guide the attainment of our national and continental destiny.
The opportunities in Nigeria shall not only attract the Nigerian diaspora, but be appealing to all Africans globally. This country is called the Giant of Africa, not just because of its population of over 200 million citizens, or because it has over 500 spoken languages, but it is down to its audacity to always stand at the center of African exploits. We commend NACOM under the admirable leadership of Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri Erewa, OON, who is like a mother to us all, for her passionate pursuit of connecting the diaspora and engaging in initiatives such as the Nigerian Diaspora Investment Summit and the launch of today's Home and Abroad application.
When I think about a Nigerian diaspora or an African diaspora, I see somebody that is uniquely positioned at an intersection of knowledge, resources, and opportunity. And we are the only people that actually have that unique insight and unique positioning to be able to leverage all three and create wealth and build both our countries and the places where we're residents.
Now, to some goodwill messages and keynote addresses delivered at the summit.
This summit is timely and commended, especially because it expands the critical conversation around the youth development and empowerment and participation. As I always said, whatever initiative we are implementing as a government must carry along the millions talented and patriotic Nigerian youth in the diaspora. The Federal Ministry of Youth Development is grateful for the support and the partnership of this commission for creating an engagement platform always for the Nigerian youth in diaspora. This participation in events further establish how brief the youth, young people of this country can benefit from the drives of a development. In line with the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration of the Renew Hope agenda, the Ministry of Youth has rolled out a series of empowerment initiatives to improve the life of the youth in this country. So, this includes the Nigerian Youth Academy, which even if you're in diaspora, you can get in touch with this. It's online. We call it Nigerian Youth Academy. And it's also in 4 categories: that the near gig, the startups, the learning, and the near community. We said the 3 components of the Ministry of Youth Development now is 3: to support, to empower, and to protect the young people. In line with this, as the first time in the history of this country, we have the Nigerian Youth Helpdesk, whereby you don't need to abuse the country on social platforms anymore as a young people. Just contact this helpdesk. We want to bring the government closer to the youth. And what we are saying is that we want the young people of this country to feel the government, to see the government, and to touch the government.
I want to thank NIDCOM for recognizing the importance of youth development by dedicating this platform to young people. You invest in the next generation of thinkers, builders, creators, and change makers. The United Nations defines youth as those between 15 and 24. And our national policy defines it as between 15 and 29. And the African Charter describes it as 15 to 35.
This gathering represents a significant milestone in our collective pursuit of empowering the next generation of Nigerian leaders. As we convene to discuss, learn, innovate, and network, I wish to emphasize the importance of harnessing the potentials of our youth in the context of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission's efforts to empower Nigerian young persons, home and abroad. Let me begin by saluting the unrelenting leadership and patriotic vision of Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri, the Chairman CEO of Nigerian Diaspora Commission. Her brilliance, empathy, passion, and advocacy have become a global reference for diaspora engagement. Under her able leadership, NIDCOM has become more than a commission. It has become a bridge between dreams and destiny for the diaspora and the motherland. Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri, we salute you and we thank you. You're an icon. May posterity be kind to you for all that you do.
It is time for Diaspora Champion Panel segment with Bobby Digi. Please watch.
It's an incredible honor to stand before you at this 7th annual Diaspora Day celebration and the 2nd Youth Empowerment Summit. As a proud son of Nigeria and a champion of our global community, it really warms my heart to be here. And as someone who has done youth empowerment summits in New York for next year will be our 20th year, and we've empowered over 25,000 youth in New York City and beyond.
Basically, we are trying to work on clefts, which we also have Smile Train sponsoring the treatment free in Nigeria. And I've been able to work on papers. And when I traveled, I was able to work on a project, which I'm also going to go back to the US to present next year, because I found something rare that hasn't been found before. Now, how did I get all this opportunity? I was resilient. I said, sir, I want this opportunity. Even if it wasn't my opportunity, I was willing to wait.
That we are available to provide you with the right information. We also have the migrant resource centers. They are available in almost every Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment office. And here you can get the right information before you travel. If you get an employment offer from abroad, you can take that letter to the Migrant Resource Center to verify the information. If you get an educational, like if you get an admission to a university, you can take it to the Migrant Resource Centers and they will verify that information. These are things that exist.
There's no conversation about shaping the future that can go down if you're not talking about young people. And that's why I'm here to talk about an incredible platform that we've built to support young entrepreneurs building the future.
Being Nigerian and being creatives are not opposites, they are powerfully aligned. And so with my crown, I decided that my platform was going to be empower Nigerian youth through the performing arts because I knew what it has brought me. It brought me the courage to lead. It brought me the courage to push beyond every boundary and reclaim my life, reclaim my dignity, reclaim my voice.
If you ask anyone who has had a journey from struggle to thriving, they will tell you that it came down at some point to information. And that's where I'm going, that information that is applied could lead to transformation.
I've learned a lot of lessons, especially from driving from London to Lagos. If you saw the car that I made use of, people fondly call her Lumi. She's now housed in J. Randall at the museum, a monument that hundreds of people and thousands come to visit every month. Before taking off, I remember pitching to more than 20 car brands, finding out if they wanted to support this journey, and I heard zero response. And at that moment, I remember talking to God, and God was like, you know what? You have a car already. And that is the truth about life. Most time, we already have what we need right in our hands. We just are scared to take that first leap of faith. But the thing is, some of you are in this room, you want to start careers, you want to be content creators, you're like, I need the fancy cameras. You have a phone. Start with that.
It's amazing what you get, how much you expose your students to when the industry is also a part of developing this curriculum. I've worked with Amazon developed curriculum, Microsoft developed curriculum, so much, name but a few. Coding with drones, I've held drone competitions for entire districts, and it's just amazing what you can do when we can connect the knowledge to application.
Let's take a short break. The Diaspora continues shortly. Welcome back, and now it is time for the raffle draw. Watch this.
The best students in science in each of these schools. Favor Linus from North 100 a day school, Kuje. Next, Urela Mitchell Atio, Central American School. Are they here? Okay. We go to the next one. Azan Oreoluwa, the best student in science, Redeemer Private School, Wusitu, Abuja. The next is Yahya Sulaiman Yahya STEM Child Care Academy. Give it to them, put it there. Okay. Councillor Khadija Aliu from Canada. Thank you. Please shake it together. Can we see your hand up now to make sure you are not having anything? Thank you. So please, when you hear your number, I want you to shout Diaspora. Can you read it out, man?
All right, to the lucky person, 86.
Can we confirm what you have on your card, please? 086. Thank you. Congratulations to you. I call on Councillor Abitoye to please come on stage to pick a raffle draw from Canada. Can we see your hand up, please, and face the crowd? Please shake it very well.
My hands are empty.
Okay. Can you speak to the mic?
Is 117. Who's the lucky winner? Who's it? Hey, congratulations!
Thank you. Can I hear you shout Diaspora? All the raffle draw winners, Mama Diaspora, your mother, your grandma, would like to have a picture with you, so come back to the stage. All the raffle draw winners. The second to the last one Honorable Minister of Youth. The Honorable Minister of Youth has speak. Can you speak it up?
274.
One for yourself, the laptop. All the rapid draw winners, please come to the stage.
Someone is very lucky today. 150.
Please come on stage, all the rapid draw winners. Courtesy of Canvas Institute, you have won yourself a laptop. You are all winners.
Up next is our health tip segment with AMPA Doctor.
Telemedicine, as you know, has been out for a while now, made more popular during COVID. But what AMPA is doing with telemedicine is a little different. Whereas we have a lot of apps that are episodic in nature, you call when you have a cold, you see someone, but you don't see the same doctor, there's no management of any chronic disease. AMPA brings to the fore a new program of continuity of care. Let's remind ourselves of certain facts. We do know that the life expectancy in Nigeria is 55 years. We know that among the top 10 contributors to mortality includes chronic diseases like diabetes and hypertension.
Now, to our diaspora of the moment.
Our diaspora of the moment is Dr. Modupe Elebute Odunsi, a 1986 medical graduate from the University of Lagos. Completed postgraduate training in hemato-oncology at top London hospitals, including St. Bartholomew's, St. George's, and the Royal Marsden. She earned an MD from the University of London through a prestigious Leukemia Research Fund fellowship. Dr. Elebute has held consultant and lecturer roles at St. George's, National Blood Service, and King's College Hospital, with a private practice at Spire and Leicester Hospitals. In Nigeria, she advanced pathology and sickle cell care at Lagoons Hospitals. She contributed to St. George's University Hematology curriculum and served as a postgraduate director for the University of London. A widely published fellow of the Royal College of Physicians and Pathologists, she is active in the British and American Societies of Hematology. Dr. Elebute co-founded the Sickle Cell Club of Lagos, is a patron of Build Africa, and a former trustee of the Walkabout Foundation. Congratulations, Dr. Modupe Odunsi. We celebrate you as our diaspora of the moment.
This has been the diaspora for this week. Keep a date with us next week for another interesting episode of your favorite show, The Diaspora. I remain Khadija Bamali. Stay positive.